Hello, I'm Suze from Smarting Coaching. It's nice to spend some time with you. Today I want to talk about perfection. Yep, that little one. Perfection. What does it mean to you when I say perfection or perfect? What does it mean to you? So I think sometimes we can use perfection or perfect, the idea of perfection, to keep us in place, to stop us from trying new things, to stop us from attempting new things, to stop us from even thinking outside of our normal that we have. And I think there are a lot of reasons for that, but I wanted to just share my take on it today for what it's worth. Perfection. I've learnt that it's a very subjective word. What's perfect or considered perfection by one person is not necessarily perfect and considered perfection to another. And we see it in society, especially in the last, 3 or 4 or 5 years, with people wanting to get the perfect face, perfect eyelashes, eyebrows. If you're a lady or you've ever just done your eyebrows yourself, you will know that your eyebrows are not twins, they are sisters. And no matter how much you try to do anything to them, to make them the same, it's not going to happen without help and essentially tattooing or doing all sorts of things to make them the same that are artificial. We use, as a society, a lot of women will use makeup and foundations to stop the imperfections from showing. Now, I've just got to say, on that note, I don't use any makeup at all. I'm here with big imperfections. I've got lots of stuff. I've got wrinkles, I've got spots, I've got a big bite on my neck, I've got all sorts of stuff. So, heading back 10 years ago, I wouldn't have filmed like this. Heading back 10 years ago, I wouldn't have filmed, I wouldn't have spoken, I wouldn't have done a lot of things. But if we're just going to talk on this thing, I wouldn't have filmed with a big bite on my neck. I wouldn't have filmed without makeup because I would have thought that that's not acceptable, that's not what you do, because you're aiming to look your absolute best. But over the last few years, I've decided my absolute best, I want to be natural. I don't want to be on here with a face full of makeup and perfect hair and everything perfect and then walk past my subscribers in the street and they don't recognise me, because that's not actually how I look. So my idea of perfection has changed over the years. My idea of perfection is that perfect is, like I said, subjective. Everyone has a different interpretation. And so I just think doing something to the best of your ability is better than waiting to do it perfectly. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't think perfect really is. I think it's a pie in the sky thing we put in our own brains so that we can justify ourselves for not doing something subconsciously. Does that sound like gobbledygook? It probably does. But I just worry about, I don't know if worry is the right word. I see so many people, and I've done this, not move forward in things because you think you have to wait till you're at a certain level or you're a certain, certain level of perfection or a certain level of attainment or a certain level of something. And I think all of these things that we do are just things that we subconsciously do to hold ourselves in place, to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect whatever. I know people who have had the perfect wedding. They have had the perfect proposal for marriage in epic things with, also with the music and the ring and the dropping to the knee and the sunset and they're just as engaged as the person who got the ring on a dinner date or someone who just said, hey, let's get married. Just as engaged or married as the person who had the perfect anything. It's the experience that we sometimes set us up for and we want it to be perfect. And when you want something to be perfect, and my channel is the example, I sat for a long time and didn't put any videos up because I looked at so many people who did it perfectly and were what I am aiming to be, let's say, or what I thought I was aiming to be. I thought that's how you had to be it. And it really put me off and it stopped me from filming for a long time. I thought, I really need to get a perfect background. I couldn't find anything. I really need to get a perfect hair and makeup, and I don't know how to do makeup, and I'm hair illiterate, so what am I going to do? And so I realised then, after about, I don't know, 9 months of freaking out and looking at people and thinking, how on earth am I going to get to this standard so that then I can actually film on my channel all the beautiful messages that I have to share with people, that I realised that the only way that you get better at something is to do it. And you start with where you are and what you have, which is what I did in the beginning. And what I also did was I went back and looked at their older videos to see where they started from. And I realised that they all started from what they had, what they knew, and they grew into the experience. Now, have any of them reached perfection in their own eyes? I don't know. I think I'm going to take perfection out of the equation. I just want to do my best today that I'm able to. I want to share the messages that I have today that I'm able to. And I don't want to let anything stop me, because my motto has been since I started coaching, if I can just help one person today. So what if I don't share a message that might help one person today because I'm worried that my hair's not perfect, I've got a bite on my neck, my face isn't good, I don't know how to do makeup, my lighting is shit. To me, it's about the message and not the messenger. So I'm showing up today doing the absolute best I can with what I have. And as I do more and more videos, I will get better. As I can work my lighting out and work out how to do all the things, that'll be better. Will I ever reach a stage of perfection? Like I said, I don't think it exists. And I don't think that I should let that hold me back from doing this, because my motto is, if I can only help one person today, that's what I'm here for. So I want to encourage you, where are you letting the idea of perfection hold you back? Is it in your looks? Is it in what you're wearing? Is it your job? Is it your relationships? Is it looking at other people and seeing the version that they give you and thinking, oh my gosh, I'll never be that, or how did they get like that? And not looking at where they started from and realising that everybody learns and gets better at stuff as they go. So we're all here for something, and we're not an anomaly. We all have opinions, we all have talents, we all have things that we enjoy and things that we want to do and ways that we want to expand out, but we hold ourselves to the known person quite often because we're scared that we're not going to get it perfect. So I want to encourage you, don't worry about perfect. Worry about the best that you can do today and doing your best today, and don't forget to incorporate joy and happiness into what you do. And if you are currently not doing what you enjoy and you're dragging yourself to work and you're not happy and you've got other things you want to try, but you're scared because you're not going to be perfect and you're going to be a beginner, I encourage you, make peace with where you're at. Look at how you can step into more joy. What you can do to get yourself out of that job that you hate, or into some more, get some more experience in what you're wanting to go into. And don't tie anything to perfection, or when I get to this, or I need to get that, or I need to have something else. Just go, just give it a go, just give it a try, and you'll step into it and you'll grow into it. Don't let the word just get the word perfection out of your vocabulary. That would be my suggestion, because you might reach perfection and then somebody else might say to you, oh, but there was this, and then that's going to wreck you. Like, don't let that happen. All right, I hope that this has been helpful to one person today, because that's my aim. So I'm also over on Instagram. If you want to come over there and support me, Smart in Coaching on Instagram, I share daily bits and pieces, encouragement, because I think we all could do with a bit more encouragement. I'm hoping to build a community where we can encourage each other and we can step out and be our own selves and just live the life we came here to live and be happy. Okay, take care. Until next time. I'll talk to you soon. Love you.